Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all hear that theme music? Y'all see these beautiful faces? You know what time it is. It's the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm Tommy with an H on the voice of the people. I speak for y'all. Hey, yo, cousin.
Yo, what up, cousin?
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get canceled.
All right, so y'all know what it is, man. It's the last Wednesday of the month. It's about that time we go into the comment section, all right? We gonna talk to y'all a little bit. Oh, you got your Rattler shot glass.
Just before you go into what we gonna do this week, I gotta say shout out to them Rattlers for winning that Florida Classic. BCC, you always gonna be BCC to me. Just remember that. We appreciate y'all, boy. They ran my pressure up a little bit last week, this past Saturday. They ran my pressure up. So I will have to say shout out to them Rattlers for doing their thing down there in Orlando. So shot for y'all right now. You got one?
I grab my patented Let's Get Canceled shot glass. Hold on a second. Let me fill it up with something.
Yeah, put something in there. We're gonna take a shot for these Rattlers, man. Like I say, it was a hard fought victory. Came down to the last little minutes. It was like a 3-point win. My blood pressure is still a little bit high, but got the victory. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this Rattler shot. Shout out to Custom Journey for the glass.
Custom Journey made that one too?
Custom Journey did this one too. Y'all need to holler at Custom Journey, man. She gets busy. But salute.
Salute. What you sipping on over there, boy?
That was some tequila. Just finished up a bottle of tequila, so we're gonna move on to some gin after that.
True.
And we got
still on rum.
Yeah, but we got a special coming up this Saturday for the live. Ooh. We got a special drink, so everybody stay tuned for that one. Yeah.
If you've been following us on socials, you already know what it is.
You already know. We've been waiting. And again, when it initially dropped, I hit Cuz up, let him know, hey, we about to have something come through. So yeah, it's almost that time. Because go ahead and run down what we got going on today.
All right, so what we got today, man, we're going to the comment section. Over the last month, we had a couple of different topics. We talked politics a little bit. We did do a part two to our previous show. And we also, of course, had the live with that that garbage with Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the comment section, see what everybody has to say about that. But the one that got our biggest kickback, the most interaction, was we talked about a versus R. Kelly versus who? Who could take on R. Kelly in a versus battle?
Nobody.
And we still haven't come to a clear conclusion on that. I have mine. He has his. And I think the audience was kind of split. Some people came up with some other stuff, but it is what it is.
But we gonna call these Wednesdays, these last Wednesdays of the month. We're gonna call these the commentary and comebacks. So
yes, sir.
Anything y'all had to say to us, this is our chance to rebut. We pretty much don't rebut things online. We save them for this episode right here. So we're gonna start calling these.
He don't. I might.
Right.
I'm just letting y'all know. He does not. I might. So,
but this is gonna be our commentary and comebacks on this one. So let's go. What we starting with? Cuz what we starting with?
What we're gonna start with first? We're gonna start with this crap, right? This is what we did, bro. We came through and we decided we was gonna go live with the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Now, before we get into the stuff, Netflix. Let me explain something to y'all.
Oh, boy.
Y'all knew good and well, as much hype as y'all put on this fight, that you were going to have record numbers. Why did your servers not get updated to the point where they could handle that type of traffic? I don't know. But this is
a bad look. It was a bad look for Netflix.
This was bigger than Chappelle's dropping his specials back in some years ago, his comeback. Yeah. This was bigger than any other stuff.
Than the Tom Brady roast, bigger than the Chris Rock special that they put out live or so-called live on that one. Right. This was something that they had to have known. Now you see that they have a class action out there right now. Some dudes filed a class action lawsuit.
I saw that
against Netflix. The problem is Netflix is a monthly subscription. You miss maybe 2 hours of your monthly subscription. So Netflix is probably going to give everybody $1. They're not going to give you your full 15. You don't get anything for this. If everybody here is like, okay, we'll go ahead and give you 30 cents off based on what your what you pay for this monthly subscription and how long it is. Like, worked at this telecom communication company back in the day, and it was that same thing. Hey, my internet's down, or I haven't been able to watch TV. How long? Well, it was down for 2 hours. Well, 2 hours out of your 30 days in the month, we'll go ahead and give you 75 cents. And people would sit there and argue like, well, I want half off my bill. Well, you were able to watch your TV or use your internet for all of you missed 2 hours out of a month. So Netflix is probably going to sit there and give everybody a 3% discount or something like that and be on your way. Get out of here.
Right.
They're still going to lose. They're going to lose millions if they settle this. They will, but it's not going to be anything worth anything to anybody. So you may as well leave Netflix alone. But it was definitely a bad look for Netflix, and any live presentations that they're going to do in the future. This could impact those. Those
because it's not like Netflix was some other streaming service where you know how back in the day you'd be like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get that because I'm gonna get Netflix now because of this fight.
Right.
I'm willing to bet it wasn't more than 10 people in the world who did that. Everybody got Netflix.
Everybody's got Netflix or know somebody with Netflix and like, let me go ahead and log into this account that I've been holding on to. So
right. So anyway, so this is what happened, bro. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna play a clip while we were watching the fight. A lot of stuff happened. We watched the fight. We did when we could. When
it wasn't buffering. And I told you niggas, Boosie daughter style. I told y'all niggas, man.
But see, here's the thing.
But he didn't get knocked out. I did say it wasn't gonna go more than 3. So I will have to give Jake Paul a little slap on the wrist for not finishing the fight. But y'all knew Mike wasn't gonna do no damage to that man.
I saw a couple, and I think I sent you something earlier. I'm not saying that it was rigged. I am not, because I'm not.
It's very that far.
It's very difficult for me to jump in on conspiracy theories like that, and I don't feel like Mike Tyson.
That's my lane.
Right. I don't feel like Mike Tyson has the temperament to be able to pull that off. You understand what I'm saying? Now, do I think that Mike might have been pulling some punches and thinking? I think he might have a little bit, because there's some angles and some shots that I saw was like, that doesn't make sense to me. But I'm not saying that it was done in order to secure a payday. What I'm saying,
intentionally, right.
What I'm saying is that maybe he had a mix in what it might look like. I don't know.
Or maybe he's 60 years old and didn't think he'd make it happen.
Yeah. But also, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that the most fun was not watching the fight.
Not at all.
Most fun should have been watching us. Now, I was here by myself. He had a crew at the house, right? At the spot. So I'm just going to play this clip for y'all real quick. Check this out. That's that, ladies and gentlemen. That's another.
Listen, that is what fight night is all about, baby.
Bite in the left ear, and let's do this the right way, okay?
And how did that work out with Mike?
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you how it worked out. He's making $20 million a night. That's how it worked out. All right. That's all I can tell you. All right. Whatever you want, man.
Hey, you know what? I can't even be mad at that. Because you're right. You're right.
Win or lose. Now I will say it's a little bit of embarrassment because based on what I was told, my comrade said he had his buns out.
Nah.
Your boy definitely had his buttons out. Sun's out, buns out. Nigga.
Oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible. I can't. Number one, I want to say that y'all have to understand y'all are a very special audience to me. For me to even search out a picture of Mike Tyson.
Y'all know he don't like to search anything. Y'all understand. No. I'm the one that normally has to go and find the perverse.
He definitely does.
But this time it was a little too late. We were under the gun, so he had to do what he had to do. And he took one for you all. Now he did go into incognito mode because he can't type buttons on his phone.
I can't. I'm not going to type in Mike Tyson's ass in my phone and have that be in my search history. What happens if tomorrow I get hit by a truck and then find out? And then what would y'all think if y'all? It'll be on the
Mike
news.
Tyson's ass in his phone.
Right. It'd be on the news.
Anyway. Man's last search is Tyson's ass. But he did it for y'all. He has to love y'all. He did it for you all.
Now, another fun part of that night, bro, for me is, listen, y'all all know, when it comes to sports, I am a peripheral fan. I like what I like when I like it. So I have my basketball team and my football team and that, but it's really based on my enjoyment of a moment. So if I like my Orlando Magic, because when I was a kid, we got a chance to help name. There was a big contest to help name the Orlando Magic's mascot. I like Tampa Bay just because I've always liked Tampa Bay. Like I'm here. That was the closest team to me before Jacksonville. I had the Bucks, right? So that was it. What you don't want to go with me on, what you don't want to try and come at me on, where my expertise lies is in music. Now, I'm a musician. I study music and I study musicians. It's just because it's a love, it's a passion of mine. I'm not saying I'm the greatest musician. I'm not saying I know everything. But what I am saying is I know enough for you not to come at me with nothing stupid. And I think there was a point that somebody found that out during the fight.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Let's take a look. You just came all the way over here, got on camera in the beginning of a monumental fight to tell me that nobody is thinking about Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, quite possibly the greatest guitarist of all time.
I said
definitely top 3.
About Jimi Hendrix.
Why?
We don't talk about Jimi Hendrix.
Why?
Yeah.
Don't.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix
you're not making much sense.
He's not.
You're not making
a lot. When last time y'all had a debate about somebody about Jimi Hendrix?
Probably 3 days ago.
He's a music guy.
I'm a musician.
I apologize for my outburst.
Oh man, yo, we had a ball that night, man.
Y'all got to watch Tommy's face during that. As soon as he went down that road, Tommy put his head down.
I had to get out of camera. I was like, boy, this is gonna be bad.
This is not going to turn out well for you.
It was like that Mitchell story that Ali Sadiq tell. Mitchell, this is not going to be good, Mitchell. And DJ, but man, shout out to DJ. Shout out to
for sure, man.
Earlier clip, man. Them the homies, man. They came through to hang out with us, man, and check on the fight.
What's funny, bro, is that just so y'all know, we were talking about the greatest, and I want to hear y'all comment on that. What was the greatest national anthem that y'all heard?
After Whitney, because it's got to be Whitney. It's got to be.
Whitney's number one.
If Whitney's not number one if Whitney's not number one, you have no credibility here. We don't get to talk anymore. So
this is true. This is true. Now we got into that conversation, but I want to hear what y'all. We were saying there are other people. There was Marvin Gaye.
Marvin definitely had his in there.
We had the Jimi Hendrix,
and I think it was because
Kelly.
We decided to talk about Kells a little bit that episode also,
which was dumb. Anyway,
but Jimmy, Jasmine Sullivan had a decent one. The one Fergie did at the NBA All-Star game.
Nigga, that was shady.
But it's iconic. It's iconic. I'm just saying how iconic.
It's not famous. It's infamous.
Infamous. Yes, it is an infamous clip.
It's infamous.
Yeah, but definitely y'all give us y'all top.
Let us know.
After Whitney, I say give me 2 more after Whitney because I definitely.
I'm giving y'all a heads up now. If you say anybody besides Whitney as number 1, just know we're gonna clown you. All right,
and I'm telling all of my other people that I know to go and talk trash about you. We will bombard you. I don't care. Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. Don't come on here with nothing stupid.
Because it's your mama's fault. Because if it's your mama's fault, if that's something, I'm gonna blame your mama. How about that?
I will. Listen, let's move on, man. Let's move on. So check this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did have some politics that went on. You know, this month we had an election.
Yeah, that was the first episode of the month, right?
Yeah. And we talked about that for a little bit. And what we found out during that episode, man, and during this election season, where we all thought, and don't come at me later on and be like, oh, I knew that. Nope. We all thought that we were going to make inroads deeper in certain communities than we did. And what ended up happening was we got let down. And I said this in the episode, and I'll say it again. White women and Hispanic people let us down. And I'm standing on that. Matter of fact, here, let's go ahead and play this clip. I was ready by then. You understand what I'm saying? So it was fun. And now I understand the different nuances of the different stuff. And so I see stuff coming, which makes it worse that I didn't see this. You know what?
I promise you, I do not. I still don't understand why. I'm gonna go back to something you mentioned earlier about the Hispanic vote. How did you not believe? How did you not know that they were gonna vote
Because
Republican. They always do.
But not like that. They don't.
They always do.
They listen. Hispanics in general are usually vote more conservative than any other group besides whites. The reason being, I believe, is culturally they are heavily Christian, but not Christian like me and you Christian, like Protestant Christian. They're more Catholics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you pull out something like an abortion thing, they go, okay, I'm not vote. They equate voting for the Democrat as voting for abortion, where black people look at it as voting for the Democrat is voting for the Democrat who happens to believe in abortion. So that was my heartbreak. As y'all saw, bro, I reached immediately for the bottle. I had to turn it over to Tommy because I wasn't quite over that yet. All right,
bro,
I wasn't over it.
I think that episode had you drinking more than any other episode.
It did,
except for when we're together. But I think you had some emotional moments that episode,
bro.
And I laughed because I didn't understand how you did not see that coming.
Well, let me tell you.
When you said it, even when I just watched it again, the same smile I had when you went to grab the bottle, I had that same smile watching you reach for that bottle again, because I was like, he had to have known. Everybody had to have known. And luckily, no one said anything about me when you came at me talking about you smiling because you're one of them. When you were talking to me out of pocket that way.
I remember saying that. And you know what? Let me just say this. Nigga, I stand by it. I stand by it.
And I told you.
You did.
I've been giving you niggas the playbook. And y'all niggas.
Hey, and did y'all notice in that episode, he yelled at me in that episode more than ever. Last season, you talked to me about yelling at Big Cuz like I had no home training. That when you yelled at me like I was a kid.
No, I was not yelling at you. I was yelling at.
I was the only one on camera.
No, I was yelling at the people through you. I was using you as a vehicle to get to the masses. That's what that was all about. I was upset with the masses for not understanding that, nigga, you can't fix nothing from outside.
Nigga, you used me as an aggression conduit. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. But you know what? Hey, let me tell you this. I did do my research since making that statement, and the numbers are not that far off this election cycle than historically. Right. So it's not like he made huge inroads in the Hispanic community. What happened in this election cycle, in my opinion, was the fact that he made small inroads in multiple different categories. Yes. So it was able to kind of spread, and he did that, in my opinion, by not speaking to anyone in particular. And by that, he just said, you know what, everybody is this. And he never commented this time on his followers' comments, his followers, the way they interacted with Hispanic people and black people and gay people and women. He just stuck to the playbook of, look, man, I want all immigration. We got to kick all these illegals out. And you know what? What I found out is that Hispanic people in mass believe in that same thing.
Yes,
they don't want immigrants.
They don't like the illegals.
Right.
They don't mind immigration. They all say, hey, we have to come legally. However, what they do have a problem with is him kicking out the old folks, kicking out the kids and that sort of thing. And they don't understand that that's going to come with it. And I think there was a lot of people who had a misunderstanding of what they were voting for. Like, there's still people out there who didn't understand that the Obamacare was what was it called? The
Affordable Care Act.
Affordable Care Act. Yeah, there were still people who had the ACA confused. There's still the not the illegals, but the immigrant population that doesn't understand that all of the illegals, when they say all of them, they mean all of them. They mean the young and the old. They talk about the ones who are doing jobs and still working and that sort of thing. They shouldn't be the ones who are just the criminals. It does not matter. If you do not have your papers, you ain't got your freedom papers, you will be sent back across that border.
You better say bye-bye, abuelita.
Right.
I'm telling you now.
But like I've always said, I hope they send them north and south. If you send them one way, you got to send them the other way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You cannot discriminate based on what country they come from. If you are illegal, get on. If somebody got to go, everybody got to go.
Yeah.
So, but
now,
again,
you know, it's funny. You know, it's funny, bro, because you just said it a minute ago. You're like, you think that some of the Hispanic voters are confused. You know who else is confused?
bro,
Yo,
where's my cabinet nomination? Where's my job,
bro? These two dudes, them two dudes right there, were the biggest ones. Now, let me explain something to you. That dude right there on the right side of your screen, right there, the younger looking cat. He's from Florida. He went to FAM, I believe.
No.
Yeah. I'm almost positive. I could be wrong. I'm gonna do my Googles here in a second, but I'm pretty sure he went to FAMU at some point. I can't say that he graduated from there. I'm almost positive he went.
What is that young man's name?
Oh man,
I don't know his name. I know Tim Scott. I don't know that other young man. What is his name?
I can't remember his name to save my life.
It's okay. Y'all tell us in the comments section. See, this is the beauty of the comment section. They can tell us all we need to know.
Right. But
y'all, I know Timmy though. I know old Tim, and Tim ain't got no job either. But there is a young man out of Texas, young man named Scott Turner, who has been offered a position or who's going to be nominated for the housing and urban development position.
Really?
And I'm wondering why Trump always picks a black man to go over hood.
Oh, snap.
Because
he's a Florida Republican.
Florida Republican?
Byron Donaldson is his name. Byron Donalds.
Byron Donalds. All right, let's check out Byron.
Because if I'm not... Yep. He went to Florida State. His post-grad. He went to Florida A&M University. Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. What did he go over there for? He went to law school at FAM?
I'm not sure. I am not sure.
Yeah, more than likely he went to law school over there, FAM. He was probably down there in Orlando with y'all folks.
He went over here with us.
He had no time on the hill.
We ain't have it by then. We ain't have it in. In 96, we ain't have the law school. 96 and 99, we ain't had a law school down here.
Man, that boy. Some things I just don't understand, and that's why he went over there to the other folks, to my other team. And it's all right.
But here's the thing. Here's what threw me a little bit, and this is what I was trying to make a point with them too, is that people are going to be who they are regardless. No matter how much you want them to be something different. What they say, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. I watched them two brothers. Otherwise, like I can disagree with you on political stances. I really can. I can I can respect you and still disagree with you. I can respect you and disagree with the way you go about achieving the change that we both seem to want.
Right.
And from Byron Donald's point of view, I think that he and I align a lot on the end result. Just listening to him talk, I think the end result of upward mobility for all people and opportunities for everyone, I believe in that. Now, where we start to disagree is that I feel like Black people have been so disadvantaged that it is only right and fair for the rules to be adjusted to make sure and ensure that Black people are successful because they've been so disenfranchised. Now, what I don't agree with, what I can't ride with you on, is somebody outside of your close inner circle, outside of your family, who you are willing to go along with a lie on multiple levels and support and drag other people into it. Let me give you an example, man. If you right now, we on this screen right now and you say something outlandish, I'm not going to check you outlandish in front of the world. It depends on what it is. Let me change that. You're right, because
you definitely like to tell me I'm wrong.
But no. We're talking about in general. But if it's something of substance and I don't agree and it's something that affects you personally, I'm not going to, and I'm definitely not going to, but I'm not going to cape for you and try and encourage other people to go down a road that I think is wrong.
Right.
Or I feel could be devastating.
Detrimental.
He has to listen to what Trump says and does, and has to understand that could be potentially detrimental to his own people.
But what he will do will bend himself into a pretzel trying to cape.
Exactly. And I don't agree with that. And in that way, I can't respect you as a man because you're willing to compromise your own morals
and integrity.
Either you're compromising your morals and integrity, or you don't have morals and integrity. Right. Either one of them I can't respect. So that's that, man. But them two dudes there got their what Paul Mooney said, he got his nigga wake up call.
Nigga wake up call, because those guys were front and center, making sure they had all of you other colored folks on their side. Like I say, I'm a Republican. I ain't no fool.
Right.
These are Republican fools, because there is no way that you can see what this man was, hear his plan, believe the lies, and still find a way to make that choice. But the majority of you did, so we're going to deal with the consequences, and let's see what happens after that.
Right. And we had a part 2 on some of the things that we talked about. Yeah. And we did have a comment after we posted the part 2 when we were talking about, do black people deal with black people fairly? And we got into the ideas of how we as business owners and business managers and things like that, what have been our personal experiences with dealing with black people versus white people or other races.
Right.
And somebody got in on the second.
You made a point to tell me not people of color, black.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And y'all listen to me, man. When people say people of color, I understand what they're trying to do. And what I feel like they're trying to do is to make sure that instead of trying to be specific where you can mess up, you know how the preacher get up and go, don't get me to calling names because I'll leave somebody out.
Exactly.
They try to lump everybody together. And what I'm saying is that no, you better be specific, because there are things that are specific to the black experience in this country
100%.
That needs to be specific to black people.
100%.
And I haven't heard a politician yet, black, white, or other, who has spoken directly to the black experience in the United States of America. And don't even get me on.
They don't have to anymore, because the Hispanics have shown that they are the majority and they move the needle more than we do. So they don't have to any longer. So
and they're not going to.
There was a time where they needed us. Now they're realizing we don't. So y'all have lost it. Color folks, it's time for us to make a move. We've got to make a move, because if we don't come together, our voting power is pretty much lost now. We're pretty much lost. So let's get together. And again, we need to have some meetings, some secret meetings. We need to get back in these Underground Railroad times. We need to get somewhere where the white folks can't hear, and we need to have these discussions amongst ourselves about getting ourselves free. Because
listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I went back and watched our first episode, and it was the first or the second. And I remember saying, when people are like, "Oh, we are not our ancestors." No, these are our ancestors. This is what our ancestors really would have done. And at this point now, man, I'm looking at it like, you know what?
We might need to get back.
We got to go back. I think some of our ancestors are going, "Hey, little niggas, what is y'all doing? How are you going to? Since when is doing this
right
enough of a protest?
Right,
on, man. Get out there and get to work."
Hey, why does everything you do have to be on the internet? Why does everything we do have to be out in public and let everybody be involved in it? Why are we inviting everybody to the cook? Everybody gets to go to the cookout. Like, we have invited everybody to the cookout now. And sometimes conversations are had at the cookout that helps us move forward. So we need.
You ever see you worked in church, and since we've started this whole live streaming thing, what I've noticed is that there's a point in time in the service when the live stream cuts out. Do you think that's the end of church? No, that's when it's time to talk to us. That's the people who go here. That are members here. And I think that's what we need to do with us as a black community. Like, listen, it's not to the exclusion of everybody else, but it's absolutely to the exclusion of everybody else.
Right. Exactly. There are certain things that happen in certain organizations that everybody's not privy to. I had a friend of mine talking about being a Mason. He was like, well, they're talking about all of these secrets that they have. Well, hey, you're able to read a whole lot and find out a whole lot about the Masons, but there are certain things that are just for them. Black folks, it's about time for us to come together and let certain conversations be had amongst each other, certain decisions be made amongst one another, and then we can come out to the world after things have been done. But there's always going to be that one that's going to go back and try to put it on the internet and tell them, hey, on Fridays, we not going to, bro, Black Friday.
And it'll be these two niggas right here.
Right.
These are the niggas that would do it.
They're going to go and tell the Black Friday plans because I'm like, hey, every Friday you should do black only. Black Friday should not just be the day after Thanksgiving. Black Friday should be every Friday. Pick a black-owned business to support and only black-owned businesses to support.
I like it.
That's a beautiful Black Friday, but somebody's going to go and tell. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to let that sit out there and go over everybody else's head. And but yeah, I'm going to take me another shot.
This is what was funny to me because somebody had something to say when we on the part 2 of that. They said my family had an ice cream truck and whites and blacks are about even in my book. They both suck. Asians are the best.
And you know what? I would say, you know, it is right. But as a customer base, maybe, but Asians don't like us in their stores. They don't like us.
They don't.
Hurry
up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
Boy, I feel sorry for your mother.
I probably should have done that voice, but that's
you should not have, boy. That's the cancellation. That's the cancellation right there. That hurt.
Hey, right over your head, right there. Like, hold on, let me see. Right over your head, right there. It say, let's get canceled. Okay. So anyway, moving on.
But yeah,
there you go.
That's the thing though, man. Like they don't like us in their stores. They don't trust black folks. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between them patronizing you because when they come to you, they want something, but when you're going to them, they look at you a little bit differently. But I guess him with Dennis, because his dad had an ice cream truck. We were trying to get the ice cream truck from his pops too, but yeah,
I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that until that comment. Like I did not know that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, like
that's beautiful.
Yeah. I need to go. I'm pretty sure it's still probably somewhere in storage somewhere, probably. But yeah, man, we need to go get the ice cream truck and we can sell shirts out of it.
Nigga, that's a genius idea. You hear me?
Of course it is.
That is a genius idea. Hey, if we could pull that up in front of our events and have that out front, bro, and people can buy Let's Get Canceled merch. Speaking of Let's Get Canceled merch, I didn't tell you this. I'm telling you this live right now. So the first, y'all know we are available to host events. Tommy with an H and Tech Dog, we are available to host events. We can adapt to the event. So please don't understand we're not going to show up all the time with bottles and glasses and all that stuff.
I'm gonna have all the time.
They'll be in the car.
I'm gonna drink, but y'all won't know.
We'll keep it together. Yeah. Now we have an event coming up. It's not an official event, but there is a basketball tournament that goes down every year. I told you about this. Yeah. Here's the difference. It is no longer myself and my mentor. It is now you and I. I was supposed to call you yesterday. And they were like, I was like, well, whatever's whatever, because I got a phone call that was like, hey, do you think you can handle the whole day? And I said, yeah. I said, matter of fact, Tommy will be here. So me and him will do it together. We'll do it. Has he ever done like, yeah. And it said, we do more this style.
Right.
And he's like, oh, that's what he wants. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring 2 mics, me and you both simultaneously on the mic, and we're going to wild out for the entire tournament.
30th?
This is the 29th and 30th.
Oh boy.
Now we are going to cut. We are going to give it to him for the last 2 games, just so we can make sure that we hear for y'all for the end of that 8 o'clock showtime.
Saturday.
But yeah, bro.
Let's rock and roll, man.
That's us, bro.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
let's rock and roll.
I was supposed to give you a heads up about that, but
it's okay. It's okay. Hey, you see this beautiful face?
Yes, sir. And we're going to be on the microphone. And we get.
You think he ain't ready? You think he ain't ready to act up, buddy?
So that's that. Anyway, let's get back to the show. So, guys, hey, listen, man. The one that got us the most feedback at the time, we did a live episode, man, and it was based on who could win in a versus battle versus R. Kelly. R. Kelly. And my stance on this was in my opinion, over all of history, there are people who have a larger, more popular catalog than R. Kelly. Now, your point, I believe, was more popular, no. Probably larger catalog, yes, but more popular, no.
Right.
And I think that's where me and you are different because, as you pointed out so eloquently, all my pick, Mr. Stevie Wonder, Mr. Steveland Morris, aka Stevie Wonder, aka Lil Stevie Wonder. You said that all of his fans are dead, and you know what? That set with me for a long time, and I cried that night. I want you to know, I cried when I went to bed that night. But listen, the point is that you may be relatively correct, but what I'm saying, if we took all the fans over time, and like from now until back then,
Right.
and then so if there was a face-off between Stevie Wonder and R. Kelly right now, R. Kelly would probably win because of the audience. If it was over all of history, I still think Stevie Wonder comes out on top. So anyway, that's not the point.
Okay, let me say this in reference to all of his fans are dead. All of little Stevie Wonder's fans are dead. Okay, I'll go with that. All of little Stevie, all of those who wanted to see the blind sensation, all of them are dead. Okay, not all of his fans, but we did have this discussion before we came on here today,
right?
And what we did discuss was Stevie's impact and his nostalgia for our generation.
Right.
And the thing of it is for your pick, it's more of my parents put me on this. I heard this around, so it has sentimental value for, oh, I heard this when I was cleaning up on Saturdays, or oh, my mom used to ride around and listen to this, or when they had the party in the front room, this would be something that was played. So it wasn't something personal.
No. That's what I was saying was that's probably what other people feel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying for the masses, especially those who are listening from our generation. They didn't have a personal relationship with Stevie. They had a relationship that's associated with their aunts, uncles, parents, grandparents, that sort of thing.
True.
For our generation, R. Kelly, he introduced us to
fucking.
And that's another thing that I mentioned multiple times during that episode. Stevie Wonder talked about love, and everybody cannot relate to love. R. Kelly talked about fucking, and everybody can relate to fucking. That's why he went.
I can't be mad at you for that one. I don't think that's why he went. But you got to remember, I look at music differently.
You do.
I have not equated music
that's
to
why
anything
I am
other
the
than emotion.
That's why I am the voice of the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
We're not all musicians. We're not all school.
But even outside of that, listen. Outside of that, you got to remember, like you, and we had this conversation before we came on. You connect music to certain points in times in life, and that's what makes it nostalgic for you. Mm-hmm. I equate music to certain points in times in my life that I discovered music. So it's not necessarily connected to an event. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So like you said, R. Kelly connects you to that how you moved into really
off the porch. When you start walking off the porch. For you, Stevie Wonder was a sonic thing. It was a sound. It was something that made you want to dig deeper into what it sounds like. And I understand your point.
That's exactly right. What you're saying right there, I could not have put any better. You are exactly right.
But here's the thing: I have that same ear for music.
Right.
But I do understand fucking.
But see, and that's the thing. This is where I don't.
I may have that same like, ooh, that shit sounds good, but when this right here, like, but ooh, that shit feels good.
So here's the thing. So where you take that, and like you and I have very similar ears.
Right. When it comes to sounds, because we grew up in a family, right. Like we've had to go out and play instruments. We had to go out and sing. We had to go out and hear. Like we have been engulfed in music our entire lives. So there is something about our relationship with music that is different than a lot of others. I'm not going to say many, but there's a lot of others. But what both of us do have is a relationship with fucking. You got a bunch of babies.
Hey. You're right. That's a good point. The pull-out game is horrible. It's trash.
Can't trust driveway, nigga.
Nope. But what I want to say, listen, you're absolutely right. And then what happens is if I start thinking in that direction, I can see where you're coming from. I don't agree with you still. I still don't agree with you.
Of course not.
But I can see what that is, because there are times, like I was watching a movie today. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. It's the what is it about, the boy who his daddy was locked up and he was like went to Yale and all this stuff. Y'all seen it? It was on.
They got niggas in it.
Yeah, it's all black people.
I ain't seen it.
I know you haven't seen it. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that this weekend. But listen, what it is, it's new. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's
Tyler Perry movie?
No. It's a really good movie. The dude who was in 12 Years a Slave is in it.
12 Years a Slave. Y'all still watching slave movies? Nigga, I ain't watched. I've never seen Roots.
Oh, listen, we gonna talk about this Saturday. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone because that was horrible. That's horrible. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Neither one of them, the old one or the remake.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Watch the slave movies, nigga.
Oh,
unless it's Glory. I like the "Oh My Lord" part in Glory, nigga. That's about it. That one tier. I actually watched that this morning. I watched just that part. It came. I was seeing it was on, turned on. That shit had that one tear drop. Oh, yeah. And then I was like, I'm out of here with that shit. That's enough of that.
That did it for you.
Shoes. The boy wants shoes.
But listen, man. Like, so what it was pretty much was it was that I was watching it and the music came on. And one of the songs on it was as it was progressing through history. One of the songs was I want to say it was Po Pimp. It was Po Pimp or no. It was
I'll say Do or Die. What?
No, right. No, it wasn't Do or Die. It was Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay.
And I got to get mine, so scream out Mo and let me hear you holler. Come about that mile, Mo with the Bone Mo Thugs to follow. And I was sitting there, and before I knew it, I was spitting that whole verse.
That's Sluggish
Bone, right?
Yeah.
And I spit the whole verse just sitting there watching the movie. It was like, oh snap! And so to me, at that moment, I remember the music, and then I was like, man, what was I doing when that came out? And I could not connect it to a memory. I connect music to music and not necessarily a memory.
And
the only music.
As soon as you said it, I connected it to a memory. I connected I connected it to screaming to Tasha's part in my classroom at Florida High. Right. Doing that shit right there in a classroom, and motherfuckers like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, oh, y'all don't know this?
Flex and Tasha.
Cleveland, definitely. Dog, like again, when it's trash music, I can allow it to come in and I can hear it as music, and I'm like, okay, I can find reasons to like, but when it's good music, there's a moment because I take that music with me everywhere. Like me and music. I'm loud, as y'all can see. I'm loud. I've been a little bit of a drinker for quite a while sometimes. So I've been doing this for a while, and music has a moment in like almost every song. Like every moment has a theme song to it. If y'all have noticed on our IG pages and any of our pages, anything I post,
got a song.
It's got a song with it.
Yeah.
And it's got because there is a moment for everything, and me and music have that sort of relationship where it takes me to a time and take me to a place. So that's why I understand the impact of Robert.
And I hear you. So let's get to some of these people, what they had to say about our little debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
First, Dennis said, during this battle, do they have instruments or a band? R. Kelly needs beats to ride, and I think he was trying to come over on my side. Now
he was trying.
I understand what he was getting at, but I don't know that makes much of a difference to me. Now, if they were like, you got to bring a band, or if they allowed Stevie to bring a band, and he comprised his band of all the musicians that were affected by his music, could you imagine? Like that's the thing.
It's still that's not right. That's an argument you didn't bring. That's an argument you didn't bring.
You're right. And but still, I don't think it would make that much of a difference today. The reason I don't make it that because the artists that were influenced by him that are great musical artists, I don't think that play an instrument. I don't think they're gonna be.
But every artist of today has been influenced by Steve, and that's another argument.
But can they play an instrument?
Musician, singer, anything, composer, songwriter. No, there is not a one that has not been impacted by Steve. The impact of Steve on music, and again, I'm a fan. I'm not one of those guys who does not understand the impact of Steve. I just like I told you during the show, I went up and posted 15, 20 songs one day on my shit, just saying Steve is the greatest. Like I've done that already. That's why I know everything that you can come with because I've got a rebuttal from Kels.
You think you can? You think you know? You think you know, but you have no idea.
Like I told you, give me your 20. I put my 20 up. I guarantee.
But you ain't posting there. You ain't posting there. I told you as soon as you post one. I said as soon as you post one. I said as soon as you post one, I'm posting 2 for every one song that you post. I ain't seen nothing.
So I was gonna put them on our page, not our individual pages. I was gonna put them up on the Let's Get Canceled page. So I was asking you, give me your 20, and I'll put the 2, and I'm gonna do a side by side.
I can't trust you. I can't trust you with it. I can't trust you with it.
I'll trust you with that. You was give me 20. What you mean?
Okay. We'll get back to that. You know, I figured that.
I'm automatically find one that beats your song. That's what you're trying to tell me? I'm just gonna find one that beats your song. So you can't,
because we'll never agree. We'll never agree on what beats what song because I can't.
That's why we'll let the people decide. And we have somebody.
People all are not Stevie Wonder heads like I am. So that I guess to your point, to that point, you know what? Look. Let's see what Carl had to say. Carl said, "Yo, real talk. You got to give it to Kelly music wise." Now, oh God, a lot of people don't understand Stevie music in these days and time. He's right on the second half of that. But can you imagine? He just said you got to give it to Kells music-wise. You mean musicality? R. Kelly is better musically? Like, come on, bro. Like, no, I can understand not understanding it. I can understand it going over somebody's head. I can understand all that, and I'll ride with you on that. What I can't understand.
How does Stevie music go over somebody's head? Now, what's happening is
because that nigga is blind. That nigga said, looking back on when you're looking back on really? Look what you're looking at, Stevie. That's how it's going over people's head. It's the metaphors, nigga. The metaphors.
Oh, I hate you for that piece. I hate you for that piece because you know I defend Steve. I stand up and defend Steve. Boy. But no, because like right now, like we really need Steve's music.
We do. Absolutely.
Steve's music was revolution music, and when you think of the cultural impact, like for real, of Black folks and what we needed during certain times, Steve was the soundtrack to a lot of that, and we do not have anybody that's giving us any of that right now. So right now would be a great time to.
Throughout the history with the fight for Martin Luther King's birthday, that was Stevie Wonder. Apartheid and the freedom of Nelson Mandela, Stevie Wonder. Right. Like you got to remember, all throughout this whole struggle that we've been in has been Stevie Wonder. Meanwhile,
R. Kelly
we get bump and grind.
I don't see nothing wrong. Kels, take your mind off the struggle.
That's the problem, and that's why we in the. That's how Donald Trump became president now, because we got our mind off the struggle.
He takes your mind. Stevie back. What R. Kelly's trying to do is help you increase the population. Like if y'all go out there and keep fucking, y'all gonna have a bunch of babies, and we got some voters on our side. But y'all niggas go out here and decide to vote for goddamn other people anyway. And y'all won't join the Republican Party and make differences. So
look though, your boy said he was trying to tell you last week. This is the Motown King we talking about.
You're right. Like I told you during the episode when I said me and the producer had a conversation, and you was like, "Y'all ain't gonna keep on." No, what it was, he was trying to tell me you should not have that point of view. You shouldn't say Kells. And we went through albums and we went through songs, and this nigga went through and tried to tell me how wrong I was. But when I got to Trapped in the Closet, nigga was like.
And it's funny that you just mentioned Trapped in the Closet. It's funny that you mentioned Trapped in the Closet because this is where it happened. Trapped in the Closet is really what takes him over for me. And that is at that point is where this conversation, I felt like I was losing. Because I watched in real time. I watched you convert somebody in real time.
in the comments, because that same person in the comments came out and was like, "No, he was talking about
Right.
he was talking about
Right.
Stevie before, and he did, and then I bought that one out, and she was like, you know what, you might."
And it was, and that's when I was trying to go ahead and wrap that episode up. I was like, "Yo, I just lost."
Got a convert in real time.
I still feel like I'm right, but at the moment when that started coming through, and I was like, "Wow!" At the beginning of this, she was on my side. She was on my side, and then just switched up on me.
She was going against the grain, and then she came on over to the Lord's side.
Yeah, you so stupid. You so stupid. Now, the award for the funniest, craziest, wildest of the night. Let me. I'm going to play it. I'm going to put this up here right now. All right. This is what we.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, bro. Hold on.
We have laughed at this for days. We've laughed at this since that comment was made. We've been laughing at this comment since it was made.
The whole time, and it doesn't stop being funny.
Ever.
And I'm not. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what it is in a second, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull this up because I want to make sure this is.
Got them in order.
Yeah. All right. So here you go. So check this out.
I believe I can fly.
Listen. We got a comment from one of the biggest contributors.
Shout out to the big homie Doc.
He said, "We talking verses, so it's not just singing. How you believe you can fly, but we supposed to believe." I tried not to laugh. He said, "But we supposed to believe that you can't hog tie people."
I hog tied her. I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
Dog, play that again, please. Please play that one more time.
Oh, shoot.
I hog tied her. I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
Hey, let's talk. Hey,
it does not stop being funny, bro. It does
that
not
is
stop
never
being
gonna
funny.
not be. That is never gonna not be funny. And shout out to Doc for that one, man.
Yes, indeed.
Even when you read that during the episode, that right there took me out, and I have not stopped thinking about that. And that's why I had to go get the clip. That's why we had to get the clip, because some people did not understand what he meant.
Right.
And boy,
well, since they don't understand what he meant, listen. We talked a whole bunch, and before I move on, man, I do want to say this. This weekend, this Saturday, y'all know what it is, man. We together again, live and direct. We're going to have a couple extra pounds on us because it's right after Thanksgiving, but we are back together on Saturday. We're trying to show y'all, man, ain't nothing stopping this train, man. Both of us have had to go through a whole lot of stuff, a lot of travel plans, a lot of personal situations, but we're gonna make sure that we keep this show going.
Yeah, this month has been trying for the both of us. Yeah.
But we're gonna be together Saturday, 8 p.m. like y'all know what it is. All right. So make sure that y'all check in and tune in with us after Thanksgiving. Bring your mom and them on in.
Yeah,
all right. It's all good.
Everybody's invited. Actually, y'all should play this during Thanksgiving dinner. Anyway.
You should. You should not. I'm lying. You shouldn't.
No, because I want to hear what the mamas and the grandmas have to say about Stevie Wonder versus R. Kelly. That's what I want to hear that part. I want to hear that.
Play that part for you. Play that part during the. Do not play the rest of the show during Thanksgiving with your people. Trust me.
Give it all.
It's not going to work out.
I want to see it all.
But anyway, man, let me go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of game, right, based on what we've talked about tonight already. All right. So I'm gonna go on here. You get off my screen. So listen here, man. We've gone through a whole lot, man, and we've discussed the facts of R. Kelly's music. And one thing that kind of hurt me to my heart, bro, like for real, like in all seriousness, what really got to me is the fact that we laugh at a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't laugh at, and I'm guilty of it. We should not laugh at ignorance. We should not. If anything, if you have the ability to teach, then you should teach. So what I'm going to do tonight is for y'all to teach, right? R. Kelly said he didn't know how to hog tie people. Let's go ahead and talk about how to hog tie people. Y'all see this right here? You want to make sure that you're starting off with the knees and the legs at a 90-degree angle with the rest of the body. Make sure that your subject is face down, right?
This niggas
tie the ankles to the wrist. Now, once you cinch that up, if you notice in the bottom there, you'll see that you end up with a person who is, they're forced backwards with their head up. So they're able to breathe. However, they are completely constrained. So R. Kelly, if you're watching this tonight, and anybody else out there who may or may not be involved in anything like that, make sure that you know now how to hold people. So we don't want any more of this. We don't want any more conversations or confusion as to how to do this. We don't want to see this ever again.
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
And that's the game for tonight. Take it or leave it.
Hey, that's when y'all need to fucking leave. Please leave that shit. Oh, this nigga did not tell me that was gonna be the game for the night, boy.
Hey, listen, man, it's my job here. Like, you're the voice of the people, and I'm trying to be an educator out here. There's too much. If there's a grown man on national TV who's being accused of something, he's saying that he don't know how to do it. Let me make sure that he understands clearly how to accomplish what it is that he's trying to do. All right. So y'all know what it is, man. That's the game. Take it or leave it. Hey, cuz.
Your cousin.
I don't think we've been canceled yet. That might get us canceled. I'm not sure.
I was about to say that's gonna be the motherfucking one.
That might be it.
You can't give a hog tie tutorial and expect motherfuckers to keep wanting to see this.
Hey, listen, man. I found it on Google. It literally took me 2 seconds to find it. A diagram as to the best way to hog tie people. So I'm sorry.
Hey, hold up. You ain't want to put Mike Tyson's ass on your Google search, but you're going to search how to hog tie people? Get the fuck out.
Hey, listen. I'm not worried about the government looking at the fact that I have Mike Tyson on here. I'm talking about my people. Like, I leave my daughter grabs my iPad or my phone on a regular basis. Can you imagine? She's like, oh my God, Daddy. Y'all see this, right? Awesome, like my daughter. That's how we do it. She got me this shirt. This is what constitutes as a Father's Day gift. Your daughter who makes you put on a shirt of her. Like, this is weird.
Hey,
anyway,
she's pretty
But
awesome.
Yo, we ain't been canceled yet, cuz, man. We back at this again Saturday, 8 p.m. sharp, bro.
Saturday, 8 p.m. After a good day of working, though, man. We gonna grind that out, though. I'm
man,
excited.
that's gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna be hitting this. We're gonna have the whole gym to us.
And
we get to do it how we do it.
Get my coffee with my flask in my pocket. We going
to
work,
boy.
Baby.
Hey, y'all don't know what we talking about, but last year we ended up having a whole dance battle in the middle center court. It's a blast, man. Like, if y'all ain't seen it, man, y'all check it out.
If you're in the Orlando area, come check us out Friday, Saturday. Let's do
Friday, Saturday. Come check us out, man. It's the Florida Get Down. That's what it's called, the Florida Get Down. We'll be there. We'll be on the mic. We'll be wilding out, all right?
But cousin, we ain't been canceled yet, so we're gonna do this again on Saturday, full on.
Yes, sir. We gonna do it again, all right, man? I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Hey, man, hug the wife for me, man.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
I will.
Love y'all
all
too.
Right,
y'all be easy.
Peace.
Peace.